I'm Alex Makovica for the Rural Radio Network inside the Nebraska Soybean Board Studios. Let's look at some factors shaping today's commodity trade. The grains trading mixed to higher as we sit in here on a Monday morning, and livestock looks like mostly lower across the board. Don Roose of U.S. Commodity joins us to break down this week's activity, which might be another volatile week. How do you see things shaping up so far, Don?
Well, I think, good morning. I think all of the news is headline news around the tariffs is the dominant issue, and it's going to shape these markets moving fast and furious. So I think that's the dominant issue. Funds are heavily short the wheat market, so they're moving to the upside. While we're watching the tariff, it's going to be on and off again news. We're watching the weather here as we're getting close to planting time. It's very dry in the southern plains with the forecast dry. And then we're watching the South America competition, Alex. So I think those are kind of what we're going to watch here. And then there's a crop report as we end the end of the week.
When it comes to tariff news, that's going to be the big headline here, I think, for a little bit. Are there any new developments that we had over the weekend that could impact trade here as we sit today?
Well, I think the big one is, what we have 53 nations so far. It looks like they're coming to the table to negotiate. It looks like we have on again, off again rumors whether we're going to have the Trump administration have a little bit of a pause here for 90 days or 60 days. So I think it's those type of things back and forth. And let's see who negotiates what, as the big program is to lower taxes. Have some short-term pain and then long-term gain with these tariff negotiations. And certainly it's pushing the cattle market around quickly also, Alex.
Yeah, let's touch on that a little bit. You'll remember Friday we had live cattle down over $6, feeder cattle closing over $8 lower. We sit today, they're still lower across the board. What's shaping that trade?
Well, I think the thing is with the way the technicals shaped up, down the limit, expanded limits today, but, could that be the multi-year top? It's very possible. It's all about demand. And when you have the equity markets under pressure, that means it's concerning with the demand side. So we'll see once what cash cattle do. My guess is they trade sharply lower this week. Let's see if that's not the case.
All right, lots of things to dive into today, and Don will be joining us for this afternoon's final bell. You can catch that at ruralradionetwork.com. If you miss it live, you can find it as a podcast. I'm Alex Makovica. That's a recap of how the markets are trading today. This is the Rural Radio Network.